somebody killed your dog, took your boss 1969 Mustang, and your wife, what would you do? Don't answer that question yet. Actually, I decided I'm going to do John Wick 2, so I decided, why not? I'll do John Wick, the original one. I saw that one as well. I just saw John Wick 2 recently. And John Wick is a story of a hitman, a retired hitman. Notice the premise of the movie. They're always retired. They're always like just trying to settle down, just be normal people, everyday people. But what ends up happening, he gets reawakened as the most brutal assassin to ever. This guy's unstoppable. He's kind of like the Terminator. And once he sets his eye on somebody and points his gun, you're dead. And Keanu Reeves, for what I remember this guy for, movies like, whoa, dude, you're one dead guy, dude. So you think right away, okay, John Wick is a hitman who decides to go on a rampage for somebody who killed his wife. You don't actually see that happen, actually, by the way. And his dog, Daisy, killed Daisy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just being silly. And took his nice Mustang, and that's motivation enough because she writes his wife, his estranged wife, writes him a letter and tells him, "Don't forget to love." So he decides to go against the Russian mob. The Russian mob, and wonder why they even try to kill this guy. All right, and I can't pronounce this guy's name, but his name is Lizzo. Whatever. So he has to go on. He goes on a rampage, and this movie kind of conjures up what we know, what we love from the early '90s, actually late '80s and '90s. This movie, don't expect this movie have any rational thought, because once you start getting shot and you're in the line of fire, you're probably going to get shot a couple times. And he does actually kind of makes you. He's not this indestructible guy that can't be shot at in a movie. And I'm not, there's so many guys, that I can think of right now that, Steven Seagal, to name a few, guys that never get shot, guys that never get taken down in a fight. And John Wick is just, think about it, it's Keanu Reeves, the guy who made Bill and Ted a household name to you. So the panic, the violence, the danger is real, because this guy, he looks just your average looking guy, everyday guy. Average, depending on if you're average everyday surfer. So Keanu Reeves doesn't have a lot to work with, because the dialogue on this movie is very cartoonish. It's not, like I said, you're not going to get blown away by the script writing on this film. It's just a very simple premise. But what you are going to get blown away, because Keanu Reeves makes you believe this. And once the guns start blazing, start shooting, even the fight scenes, don't look convoluted. They don't look like they're one side here going this way, go that way, go that. You can actually see what's going on when they're fighting. There's a lot of judo in this movie. Mostly, it looks like Taekwondo or judo he's doing on the movie. So just to disarm people, he kind of takes down one guy and shoots another guy, and then flips the other guy. This is probably one of the most well shot fight scenes and gun battle movies I've seen in such a long time, because really there's so many peeves, so many disappointments in the action movie genre, and John Wick really delivers on all accounts, because John Wick, like I said, he's just an average looking guy. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's not Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's not Jason Statham. He's not none of these guys. He's just average looking, and he's kind of like, I would have kind of compare it to the situation, not the same type of writing, but the same looking like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. So, but even though it's a completely different film, and what I loved about John Wick, and it's directed by, of course, director, if I could pronounce his name right, Chad Stahelski and David Leitch. I think they're Russian directors. So like I said, in the end, John Wick delivers on all accounts. I love this movie. It's going to be an old favorite. It's the kind of movie you'd watch on DVD, Blu-ray. You know, it's all over cable lately because of John Wick Chapter 2. So I give this movie because it's execution wise, storyline wise, it doesn't really, like I said, it's not going to break any new ground. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Actually, it should be a 9 out of 10. But anyways, okay, support this blog, the Film View Network. Subscribe to this blog. Like this video. Share this video. Let people know about this blog. And I am just another reviewer, but I am the YouTube alternative. And I will see you guys soon for John Wick Chapter 2. All right, guys, bye.